You think wealth makes you safe? Think again. History shows most families lose everything just 3 generations after success.
This curse haunts dynasties, empires, business tycoons. The rise looks glorious until the 3rd generation arrives. Let me show you why 90% of rich families lose it all and how you can break this cycle. Welcome to Perennial Capital, decoding the systems that make wealth eternal.
Generation 1, the builders. They fight, bleed, sacrifice. From nothing, they build everything.
They know hunger. They know risk. Every dollar feels earned. Every failure becomes fuel.
Generation 2, the inheritors. They grow up inside comfort but still see the scars of struggle.
They expand the dream. Bigger homes, broader investments, but a little discipline quietly fades.
Comfort replaces hunger. Success becomes routine. The fire that built the empire slowly cools.
Now comes Generation 3, the consumers. Born into luxury, untouched by struggle. To them, wealth isn't earned, it's expected. And that's when the empire begins to crumble.
They never saw their grandfather's sleepless nights or his hunger for survival. Only the rewards he left behind.
Money becomes their identity. Luxury becomes normal. And gratitude quietly disappears. They stop asking, how was it built? And start saying, why can't I have more? The 3rd generation forgets the world doesn't reward comfort. It rewards competence.
They trust the wealth will last forever. But wealth without wisdom is a burning candle in the storm.
Behind the luxury, cracks appear. Business slowing, debts rising, loyalty fading.
They argue over money. They forget the mission. The brand's into a battlefield.
And while they fight inside, the world outside moves on. Faster, sharper, colder.
The family empire weakens not from enemies, but from silence, ego, and ignorance.
And by the time they realize it'll gone, it's already too late.
Every collapse begins with one thing: forgetting the mindset that built the fortune. The founder thought like a warrior. The heirs think like spectators. When purpose disappears, money becomes noise. And noise always drowns discipline. They stop asking, why does this wealth exist? Who are we protecting it for?
Without shared vision, family becomes competition. Without direction, success becomes accident. They built trust funds, not trust. And that's the start of decay. Poor governance, weak leadership, and comfort. The perfect recipe for silent collapse. When discipline dies, so does destiny. You can't inherit mindset. You must earn it. Entitlement kills faster than failure. Because at least failure teaches.
It doesn't vanish overnight. The fall begins quietly, hidden in comfort, disguised as success. And when the lessons of sacrifice vanish, the empire forgets its roots and begins to rot.
Expenses rise, leadership weakens, vision fade. But no one wants to believe it. The company stops innovating. The dream becomes memory. They hold meetings, they plan expansions,
but no one leads.
No one listens.
Soon, the family starts to drift apart. The legacy turns into lawsuits. Values once sacred, loyalty, unity, purpose, become just words printed in old documents.
Money still exists, but meaning doesn't. And wealth without meaning is empty.
The empire that once inspired now becomes a warning story told by others. And when the last factory closes, the name fades faster than memory. That's how the curse completes its circle. Creation, comfort, collapse. But what if the curse isn't destiny? What if it's a pattern you can break?
It starts when one person decides, enough. This legacy will not die here. Breaking the curse begins with awareness, knowing how it truly happens. First generation builds with hunger. Second maintains. Third forgets the struggle. They forget the discipline that created the fortune, and that's where it dies.
But families who survive, they teach what money can buy.
They make sure every generation earns their story, not inherits it. Because wealth isn't protection. It's a test of who you become after success. Because wealth isn't protection. It's a test of who you become after success. The three-generation curse only wins when you forget where you came from. Legacy isn't about what you leave behind. It's about who you build while you're here. Your children watch you more than they hear you. Every choice you make writes their future. Teach them struggle, not luxury. Purpose, not comfort.
Because comfort breeds weakness, but purpose breeds empires.
The curse doesn't kill wealth, it kills vision.
Rebuild your story not on numbers, but on meaning. Create systems, not habits. Teach discipline that outlives emotion. Write letters, record lessons, document failures, because memories fade, systems don't.
The curse ends the moment you build something that doesn't depend on you.
Because true wealth is freedom, not money, but mastery. You can't control what you inherit, but you can control what you create. Every great family, every lasting empire was built by one person who said, "It ends with me." The curse breaks not with words, but with daily choices, quiet discipline, invisible effort. You don't pass on wealth. You pass on habits. And when values outlive money, that's when you've built a dynasty. The real legacy isn't found in your bank. It'll found in your behavior. Because when your actions inspire even one generation, you've already won. So ask yourself, what will outlive you? Money fades, fame fades, but the seeds you plant in people, they never die. Money fades, fame fades, but the seeds you plant in people, they never die. Thanks for watching. Stay curious, stay perennial.
This video is for educational and illustrative purposes only. It does not constitute financial, legal, or tax advice.